Well, hello class. Thank you for a really good class today. I'm making this webcam video for both my sections of 1511, Business Management 2. And as I explained to you in class today, we're going to be concentrating on organizing and leading. First semester would be planning and controlling. This semester, organizing and leading, we're going to go over chapter 10 on strategy, which is the conduit between both semesters, and then work our way all the way through, hopefully get to the end of the book, chapter 19. Well, what I want to concentrate on now is kind of go over this so you can review this video camp before class on Friday. Again, only having 50 minutes. I want to talk to you about two things. And you can watch this video over and over again to help you get through the term long project and understand the concepts of putting together a really good case study. So let me start with number one. The term long project, basically in phase one, is made up of a proposal. Phase two is writing the paper itself. Phase three is the PowerPoint presentation, which will be your final presentation or your final exam. So let me start with the proposal, because that's the first thing we're going to do. Writing a proposal, now that you have your team, writing a proposal is not a very difficult thing to do. It's a piece of cake, and it's only going to define a roadmap for writing a paper. All right, now that you have your team, a lot of you have picked big companies. What you're going to write about should be one facet of that company you're interested in, whether it be human resources, finance, marketing. Perhaps it could be the strategic and planning part of the organization, which is the upper level of the organization. If you guys remember, there are three parts of the organization: strategic, which is the planning stages, upper level management, tactical, which is middle management, bringing the big picture down to the day-to-day and interpreting, and then the operational end, which is at the lower end of the organization. Okay, so where's this going? The thing is that once you decide where you're focusing on that company, what area, on your team commitment sheet, you have different contributors. If there are 6 people on the team, each person is going to contribute a different part of that project based on your area of concentration. You write that concentration for each team member on the team commitment sheet. Okay, we're good? Now, the other thing that goes into the proposal is what type of resources are you going to use? And that's what's really important. The resources that you are going to use are largely going to depend on what areas you are concentrating on in that company. You may have to use multimedia. You may have to go into a research library and maybe look up some articles. You may want to interview someone. It all depends on what you want to do, and of course my job is to help you through that, but give me some projected resources. Then of course in that proposal, your commitments are as important to everybody else. Like we said in class, each team is only as strong as its weakest link, and you want the weakest link to be strong. Okay, so much for the proposal, and we can go over that a little bit in class, but I want you to be able to review this, and I'm going to throw this in announcements before we have class on Friday. The second thing that I want to share with you is your case studies. You're going to have 3 of them. You're still going to use your team commitment sheets, and you're going to go through that same process. The same process as you are with doing your proposal on team commitments. The proposal referred to as the Term Project. In other words, say for example we're doing Dunkin' Donuts or SAS. Those are 2 of the case studies that you're going to be working on. Well, what you're going to do is a PowerPoint presentation on questions that I'm going to ask you about the case study we're doing. So each member of the team is going to take one part or one question that I'm going to ask that team. And you're going to write on your team commitment sheets who's going to answer and what their contribution is going to be. So each person on the team is going to present 2 slides, and as you present your 2 slides, you're giving me your team commitment sheet so I can follow who's doing what when you're doing a presentation. Now, why I do that is because some people articulate verbally better than they do in writing, and vice versa. Okay? So that's kind of what I'm going to go through on Friday. We're going to talk a little bit, if we got time, on strategic management, and then we're going to hit that hard next Monday in class when we get together. We're going to talk about strategy. And we'll touch base again on the grading, the syllabus, whatever we need to, and we'll get a lot of feedback. So now that we get all this administrative stuff out of the way, we can go full force in getting into the logistics of the course. A lot of synergy, a lot of interaction. Remember, we only have 50 minutes, so we want to get the most out of it. So I'm going to blast this right now as a webcam on your announcements, and see you on Friday. Take care.